Morning, Oj. Episode 125. Glorious Sunday today.
It is. It's 20 degrees too. I noticed that on the way here. It feels like 50.
Heat wave.
But yeah, Super Bowl Sunday. Decent day out. Not that I'll be outside at all enjoying any of it. I'll be locked in. Fired up. Got a page full of bets here. I can't wait to get into it. This Super Bowl though is a little. Are you fired up for it?
No, I'm gonna watch it.
It's a little. There's something about it that it's maybe it's because they don't have the big. We don't have the big commercial dudes. Like there's no big stars that are not a legacy game for any quarterback or anything, right? We'll get into that later though. What do you got for me?
Well, this Super Bowl should start at 1 o'clock Eastern time.
There you go. Yeah.
We got to start with the Bill Belichick thing. This has been, and I know it's a week old, but the fact that Bill Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer tells me that there's people that should lose their ability to vote for this. Whether you like Bill Belichick or dislike him, respect for the game, first ballot Hall of Famer, unanimous, and whoever did not vote for him should be, I was going to say shot, but we can't say that on public TV.
It's probably a little harsh.
But you got to take, you're not allowed to vote for this ever again.
Yeah, I don't. We thought that the idiot that didn't vote Ichiro in was bad, but the fact that a number of people did this makes it hard to understand. I mean, and I told you we had talked about this a while back. There was some change in the rules this year in the voting, whatever the voting rules have been, but there was a change, and I did hear an exclamation from one of the guys that voted, and he said. I think two of them were two of the players were on their final year of eligibility, so he voted in because he believed these guys should be in. I think what he said it was Roger Craig, L.C. Greenwood, and Ken Anderson.
Okay. So
to me, just on those three, Roger Craig is a no-brainer. I would have voted for him, but this guy's thoughts were these two were deserving and they should go. So he put all three of his votes for the players. To me, it's total garbage. I don't get it.
It's inexcusable. Again, you can dislike Bill Belichick, the way he did things, to the fact that he has a 25-year-old girlfriend, whatever. But if you're going to vote for something that is significant, and this is where the Hall of Fame and the NFL is significant, if you're going to put your personal agenda in front of that, you're not allowed to do it anymore. I think it's that simple.
Yeah, and so what are they going to prove? I mean, what's the deal? So they want him to sit a year as punishment because of Spygate, or football is getting deflated or whatever. So then next year he's in. That's like these guys. They think
we're going to teach him a lesson.
Teach him a lesson, right? So that's just stupid. And if I would have voted on this, which
we should be voting on this.
If I was the vote, I would have voted Roger Craig in, I would have voted Belichick in, and I would have voted Robert Kraft in. The three of them. Kraft for a contributor. I guess those are the three: player, coach, contributor.
Yeah.
That's how I would have done it. So I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know how what Belichick. He never said a word about it, which I guess why make a comment? But
he's on to NC State.
Yeah.
Whatever. Complete joke. The NFL is one of the sports leagues that just does everything right. They print money. No matter what they do, people watch. And
crazy.
You just screwed something up. I mean, again, is Bill Belichick the greatest NFL coach of all time?
I would say so. Hard to argue.
And we can't put him in on the first ballot because Tom Brady deflated footballs, which had nothing to do with it.
They're going to show him.
Yeah, they're
Sit
really
out
showing.
for 1 year.
Ooh.
It can't be because of his girlfriend.
No.
They broke up.
Really?
Yes.
How come this is the first I'm hearing of this?
I don't know. I'm fairly certain it's official. Now I don't know who broke up with who.
Because he wouldn't take her to the prom.
I didn't get the details on it. I don't have any more for you other than I heard that they broke up, and I don't think it was a nasty breakup.
No,
I think it
amicable.
There you go. So that's What other news do I have for you here?
On Belichick?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all. That's all. I think we've beaten this horse to death.
All right.
But speaking of a good Hall of Fame, one of our close friends, fellow Calumet Copper Queen. Are we allowed to say that anymore? No. Copper Queen. Lisa Torzik inducted into the State Volleyball Coaches Hall of Fame. Kind of been under the radar. Her illustrious husband, Rufy George, let us know about it. I saw there was a post yesterday about it, but
I did finally see that.
that one is also a no-brainer. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah, no
Lisa
doubt
Torzik.
about it. That's cool as hell for her. She, you know, she started the program. You know,
I thought Coach Livingston started the program.
She got the program going, so to speak. She built the tradition. You know, Calumet volleyball has been, over the last number of years, has been one of the best, most consistent programs in the state. They've had numerous trips into the quarters and beyond, and she was there. You know, had a bunch of athletes that came through, and she was able to get them to buy in, and got that program rolling. And now, of course, her daughter, Katie, has taken over and done great with it. So, congrats to Lisa.
We should really get her on here.
One of the
probably.
great laughs of all time, too. One of the great laughs.
And she does have a good laugh.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Do you think we could get her on, or is she still mad about our volleyball rules?
She's got to get over that.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be a Hall of Famer, you got to move on from that stuff.
Get on and discuss the volleyball rules. Speaking of Hall of Fame, though, while we're at it, this came over the airwaves not long after last week's, or 2 weeks ago, our episode. Hall of Fame. Congratulations to my fellow podcast partner here, Crouchy, as he was inducted into the Michigan High School Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Crouchy.
No, thank you.
This is a Hall of Fame year for you.
I guess so.
Is there any other Hall of Fames that you could slide your way into?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, UP Sports Hall of Fame was huge. Now, I mean, obviously, your coaching, the respect. And you know what else is cool about this, though, and you can comment on it, is finally we're getting some consistency in that Hall of Fame, in the ballots and everything, getting some UP coaches that are deserving in that. Because I think for a while, we weren't getting a whole lot of respect. And we have been. Crows, obviously, a couple years ago, we were down for that. So, hell of a job. Congrats. Well deserved and earned.
Well, I appreciate it. Again, blown away. There's a lot more people deserving of this than I am. And I don't think that's even debatable. But I do like what you just said, that the UP. I mean, we went. I think back. I mean, we got a little streak going here. Crows went in. Jake went in. Mike Broody in West Iron went in. Now we got another UP guy. And I think that's been a good thing. There's obviously some other UP people that our local representative, Coach Fronte, needs to get on board and get some people nominated. But yeah, heck of an honor. Again, humbling, and again, there's people way more deserving than me. But we're gonna make a trip to Detroit in June, I guess.
Awesome.
Should we get to the Super Bowl now?
Yeah, we might as well. We'll cover every.
How many pools are you in right now?
I am currently in. So for squares, I'm in 4. I have. Actually, no, I'm in 3, but my name is listed more than once in one of the squares, one of the sheets.
Okay.
So, yeah, my numbers. Hopefully they come through. I got decent numbers today.
Really?
Yeah, there's not one that I look at it and go, there's 0 chance of.
You don't got winning 5 and 8.
Nah, nothing. It's 5 and 8's not bad. 35-28.
Yeah, there is not. This game will not be 35-28.
It's funny you say 5 and 8 because I think those are Matt's numbers.
Did you get in the prop bet pool that Christian Wilson sent along?
Oh, I forgot about that. I can still do it. I wonder.
I think so. Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, I have to look at that. Well, I got plenty of time, man. But yeah, that looked fun. I should do that. I have a list of bets and everything, but let's just talk about the game here first. Get your take on it.
Okay.
I think, like I mentioned, this game is a little bit. I don't want to say, you know, the luster of the game or the excitement of the game isn't there. But it's just kind of an odd deal because all these years in the past, it's been the Chiefs haters, you know,
Yeah.
or whatever, Mahomes and blah, 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 right? You have these matchups and it seemed like it was always involving them. And all of a sudden we get this thing and it's Seattle, who kind of came out of nowhere. You know, Mike McDonald could have been easily voted coach of the year. You know, he's coming in there with a bunch of guys that aren't household names. You know, they're not in the State Farm commercials.
Could you name 5 players on Seattle's team?
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah. Yes. Well, I should be. I'm a sports talk show guy. Nice. What kind of a podcast guy would I be if I couldn't name 5? And then the Patriots, who it just kind of seems like we just vomited them out the last time.
Yeah, we finally got rid of them.
And now they're back. Christ. And with Drake May.
Do you love the Drake or do you hate the Drake?
Do
you love the Drake or do you hate the Drake?
I love the Drake.
You do?
Yeah, I think he's alright.
Hate the Drake.
You hate the Drake?
No, I'm just going Seinfeld on there right now.
I know.
I'm actually pulling for him. I think it's a great story, and I'm happy for him.
He I think that is the story, right? I guess you got Sam Darnold, who was say it like it was. He was rotten his first 5 years in the league. I mean, I guess that happens when you're a New York Jet. That's just the way it works. But he was not good, and then J.J. McCarthy tears his ACL, and the Vikings throw him into their starting quarterback position a year ago, and does one hell of a job. Probably a top 10 quarterback. They got McCarthy locked in. He's going to be their man. Darnold gets sent packing. Seattle picks him up, and he had one hell of a year. And the last time we got together, we talked about how NFC Championship game. Is Sam Darnold capable of putting together the big game in a big setting to get his team to the Super Bowl? And I had my doubts. Man, did he come through in that game?
He sure did, and I'm not going to compare him to Trent Dilfer, but you're in a situation where you don't have to win the game for your team because you have a defense that is as good as, Seahawks defense is good.
Yep.
But we talk about people who, again, does his legacy change because of the NFC Championship game and Super Bowl? I think it does.
Probably. It wasn't like Stafford and the Rams played poorly in that game. Stafford had a hell of a game too, and he outdueled them. 330 or whatever the hell he threw for. Big plays, big throws after big throw in the second half, and got his team over there. But you're right. Again, now can he deliver against a tough New England defense? Vrabel is going to have some stuff.
Oh, you know it
coming for him. And I think though Vrabel and New England, their main goal today will be to stop that run game.
I agree.
One of my bets here, prop bets, is
I think Vrabel's going to make Sam
Kenneth
Darnold
Walker. Kenneth Walker's not going to beat him. Put it on Sam Darnold again to see if he can do it 2 in a row. And we'll see. They got. I'm just going to say JSN rather than spitting out that last name.
That name. Yeah.
He's freaking good.
He is. He is very good.
He's outstanding in every aspect you can be as a wideout. So we will see with that. Looking forward to it though. On the other side, Drake May. He's been with his girlfriend, his wife now, since they were 12.
It's a little bit creepy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they were, I don't know what their relationship was as a 12-year-old.
You could have said 17 and this whole thing would have sounded a lot better.
Well, they passing notes in 6th grade. I don't know, but they've been together since they've known each other since they were 12.
Okay.
All right, so that's kind of I think it's kind of cool.
Well, you hear me say this all the time. True love will always find a way.
Yeah, so Drake May, we'll see.
Can you name 5 people on the Patriots team?
I'm a talk show host. Of course I can.
We're a talk show.
Drake May is going to have to play well today. There's no doubt about it because you said it, Seattle's defense is damn good and they're going to come after him. So I think Seattle can probably win this game without Sam Darnold playing great. I don't think New England can win the game without Drake May playing great.
100%.
So that's
I'm 100% in agreement with you.
he's going to have to put it together, not turn the ball over. You know,
New England's not running the ball on Seattle.
right. Diggs is going to have to play well.
Yep.
Which I think he will. I have him on my list here also. But the over/under's at 45.5. Both these teams score, but both of them have great defenses. If I had to bet that, which I'm not going to, because it seems like it's right there for me with that 45.5. I'm not going to touch it. If I was forced to, I'd take the under.
You could tease it.
I'm not doing that. I refuse. So that's my thoughts on the game. I do think New England is going to hang around. I think they're going to cover the 4.5. I've already bet that. I haven't done the props yet, but I'm going to take New England in the points, 4.5. It's been that way. That was the line that came out right away, and it has not moved.
It has not moved, hey?
Which is odd.
That's because nobody knows who's on their rosters. Well, but are you picking Seattle to win the game?
If I had to go money line, I'd take Seattle to win. Yes.
So you think it's going to be a close game?
I just think they're a little better, and I think it's going to be, right around that. I think like a 24-21.
Do you think it's going to be a good game, or do you think it's going to be a close game?
I think it'll be both. I think we'll be talking about the last couple possessions of the fourth quarter for both teams, and I think it'll be one of those where there'll be some questions as to what play call or decision making somebody made down the stretch that either won the game or cost their team the game, stuff like that. I think it's going to come right down to the wire. Maybe the field goal kickers, the kickers for each team having to come through in the end, something like that. I'm looking like 24-21 Seattle win and New England to cover.
I think I'm in agreement with you. I don't know if it's 24-21 or 21-17, but I think it's going to be a close game, defensive battle. You want to get into some of your prop bets that you're...
Yeah, let's do that. See what you think on, if you like these. I got a list of about 37 of them right here that I'm interested in today.
That's good to see you putting work in when you're a talk show host.
Great. So I mentioned Diggs right away. I love this one for him. His over/under and catches is 3.5. I think Diggs is going to go over that total. So I love that over bet there. Cooper Kupp is another one. He's at 2.5 for Seattle, and to me, I think that he can get to 3 on there. Although the other one is JSN. He's at 6.5. That's getting up there.
Yeah.
But I mean, he had 10 in the NFC or AFC Championship or NFC Championship game. So I like those two, Diggs and Kupp, and JSN is at 6.5. So maybe for the fun of it, just on the receiving end of it, I might put those 3 together.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
plus it's a boost, which
helps.
helps.
Oh man, you'll be rolling in dough.
On the rushing side of it, there's 2 I really like, and one is Drake May over, and the last I saw was like 35.5.
Drake May 35.5 yards rushing.
I think he's going to be scampering today. I could probably look.
You don't count sack yards in rushing, do you?
I don't believe they do.
Okay.
I don't know. Do they minus that? We should know this. We're talk show.
We're talk shows.
I think they do, don't they?
If they do, that's a lot of yards because he's going to get sacked.
He scampers. Now I got to look at it. God dang it. Keep talking while I'm looking here. We don't want dead time.
I kind of lean. I like where you're going right now, Woj. I think it's going to be more of a passing game. I think you're going to see they're going to run the ball, obviously, because you have to. But I think the ball's going to get moved through the air with both teams.
And there we go, rushing props. Speaking of rushing props, I'm going to go back to what I mentioned earlier with the defense. So Kenneth Walker, I'm going under his total. And that looks to be...
He's probably around 70?
75, 71.5. That changed. That was up. That was 76. That dropped. So I still like the under on that. 71.5. I think New England's going to take him out of the game. They're not going to let him.
So he rips off an 80-yard touchdown early in the game?
Yeah, there you go. And Drake May is at 35.5. So those are the 2. Ramondre Stevenson for New England's at 48.5. You just mentioned there you don't think New England's going to be able to run the ball at all. So I really like I liked it better at 76 and a half than 71 and a half, but
Tease it.
tease this.
Just flip me off in case anyone's wondering.
Then that Rashid Shaheed, 15 and a half is his over under for longest reception. He's a big deep ball
He
threat.
is a deep ball guy.
One time him going up and get one for about 16 yards would be sweet.
Not 14.
I'm jumping on that. I think
That's actually, that one's intriguing.
hmm And then the other two, do you think each quarterback will throw a pick in this game?
No.
Do you think?
Ah!
Just betting on one of them to do it, that's not a whole lot of fun.
I think there will be a pick. I don't know if both will. That's actually. I think I'd take the under on that.
You would. Well, obviously, those are all listed as just 0.5, right? So
Yeah, dependent on how the game goes. But I think if it's close, if the game is as we think it's going to be, right, a slugfest. I don't know how many hard passes are going to be. I think that it's going to be a conservative game plan in the pass game when you're calling plays. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be high percentage stuff. Your short game, long handoffs to get your 3-4 yards. So I don't know if I would take both guys to throw a pick.
yeah.
So anyone listening at home, jump on that one right now and bet the farm because obviously we don't know what we're talking
And
about.
all I did was write interceptions. I don't know what I'm going to do there, if I'm going to go with one of them or just throw it on both. But my last one, and this is stupidity here, but I got to do it.
Gotta love stupidity.
The last 2 or 3 Patriot games, I've listened to one of my 2 sons who has inside info on the Patriots, pushing me into taking Hunter Henry to score a touchdown. It hasn't worked out very well in the last few games. If I don't do it today
And he
and he
scores.
scores, I will never forgive myself.
That's worth $5 just for peace of mind.
Yes, no doubt about it. And you will not forgive yourself after this little conversation if you
I don't
do
even
it
know
either.
who this guy is, but I'm in it.
He's tight end
Oh,
for the Pats, so I'm taking
I
Hunter
do
Henry
like
to
tight
score.
ends catching passes today too.
There you go. Let's go. Let's get after it. Hunter Henry, anytime touchdown score. And those are the props that I like. Speaking of props, just got a text from a professional gambler.
Sometimes I call him degenerate, but you call him professional.
Duke LaBarge.
Oh, nice.
No, not sure why you sent a picture of Stebbs and me and Chum smoking a cigar, but there it is. Good to hear from Duke. Maybe he'll give me some winners. What else you got, Coach?
Okay. All right. Super Bowl again. Great day. Let's do this real quick, Oj. We were just talking before we started our talk show. Usually we have a little party, but our party host is out of town apparently.
Well, that picture was a couple years ago at his
Right.
sauna.
Go to Super Bowl snacks.
Wow. You know what I got today? Venison sausage, cheese, crackers, a couple different types of dips, chips. That's about it.
Kind of dips. Pre-made, bought from Pat's.
I think Jen's making one, and then there's a couple. Well, one is just like a jar of some type of cheese, queso, something like that. I don't know. I'm gonna do wings on my own too. I got maybe about 15 wings left in the bag. I'm gonna fire those in the oven. Come up with some way to fry them up in the oven or bake them in the oven, I guess.
There you go.
So that's the plan.
Over under on how many Miller Lights you drink today. I'm setting it at 14.5.
Well, you gotta take the under.
Under?
I think so.
The game doesn't start till 6, and you literally, when I asked you if you wanted coffee, you said it's almost beer time.
No, I said it's almost time for the goal.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking under because I might sip a glass of Fortissimo. I don't know. Probably right at the correct line though.
All right, let's speaking of Miller Lite, we'll get to that later. We got to touch on this NIL crap.
Again?
Did we talk about but the MHSAA?
No, I know. Well, we
I don't
talked
think-
about it, but this is go ahead with this, Croce. This one blows my mind. I mean, it's a shame it's come to this, but here we go.
Yeah, and I don't know all the details. I haven't wasted time looking at how this is going to be monitored and whatever, blah blah blah. But bringing the NIL, and they're like, well, all the other states are doing it. If all the other states jumped off a bridge, would you? I don't like it. Obviously, being a small public school,
All the other states are doing it.
there's other states that are doing it, but I just it's going to be bad. I think, you know, and I'm not going to get into the big political debate, private versus public, but I think it's going to widen the gap.
Well, that's the first thing I thought of right away. I mean, how is that rule or that law going to help out teams up here?
It's not.
You know, I think the sport maybe that'll affect the most. Would it be hockey?
We were talking about that. I think hockey's going to see it more than others, just because, you know, you don't have a lot of kids that play basketball or football that jump out of high school and go to juniors or whatever you do, triple A hockey. Now, if you get a kid from, let's say, a kid from Calumet that's going to go and play for Little Caesars or Domino's or whoever has the team, you know, the Mohawk Superette can kick in money and keep them in Cal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm not sure how the whole thing works actually. Is there another way to pay these? It's not all money, is it? Did I read that right? We got to put our team on this a little bit, get more info.
But all I know is this: the Fab Five had their jerseys taken down from Michigan and scorned for life, and that became legal in college sports now. And the debate between the public and private is a heated debate, especially in the hockey, basketball, football arenas, volleyball as well. And I don't think this is going to help it.
No, I can't imagine it will. But I guess it's par for the course nowadays, and we'll. I wasn't aware that other states had. Not that I thought we were the first, but I didn't know or what percentage of states have this. Speaking of states and high school and rules, I see we got this going. We should mention this a little bit. Did you see the shot clock situation in Wisconsin from about a week or so ago? Did you see the clip of that?
Yeah.
And so Wisconsin is one of the states that, Michigan as well, that they have not signed off on a shot clock for high school basketball yet. And I've been saying I would have loved to have that for a year or two at the end, even though we played some slow tempo games, but I love, the end of the shot clock situations. I enjoy the shit out of that, in college, pro sports, whatever, trying to get those shots up. But anyway, so this just happened to be a game between, I believe it was Neenah and Appleton, whatever, one of those Appleton schools.
Jesse knew both coaches.
Oh yeah. And it was 34-28 with 3 minutes or so to go in the first half, something like that. And the team that was ahead had the ball, and you get any on you there?
Nope.
They, the team that had the ball came down, crossed the 10-second line. The defensive team was still sitting in their 2-3 zone. So at this point, then the offense decides they're not going to.
We're going to make them come out of this zone.
We're not going to attempt to score the rest of this half. Yeah, we're going to make them come out of that zone, which they didn't. So they were obviously fine going into halftime, down 6. And the team with the ball was fine going into the half, up 6. So they just played catch, and basically 10 kids stood there for 3+ minutes of the second quarter into halftime. Now, is that fun basketball to watch right there? Can we please do something about that? And I get the whole getting the team out of the zone thing. It's a little different maybe in the fourth quarter when you inbound the ball on the side and you're up 6 or 8, and this team's been in the 2-3 that's caused you problems most of the dang game. Hey, let's be smart about this. Let's spread things out here, see if we can get them come out of that zone, and then we can attack them from there. That's a little different in the fourth quarter. Second quarter, people paid to come in and watch these games. Kids out there, parents in the stands, and that's what we're going to watch. 3.5 minutes of playing catch while 5 guys just stand there?
So what do you want to do, Oj?
I want the damn shot clock.
Okay, but now you're getting into buying the equipment, getting the workers, teaching the people how to use it. That's the argument. That's the actual argument, and I get it, right? I mean, Calumet Lake Linden gotta hire a person now to sit there and know how to do it, buy them, and that's whatever.
Lazy.
It is. We could do a fundraiser. Maybe run the illegal office pool, raise the money.
We should also find out how many states have the shot clock. I don't even know that.
But here's the other thing. Why don't we just change rules? We've been known to change rules, right? I mean, volleyball's coming around. Give them a delay a game technical. If you don't advance the ball, make them at least drive into within arm's length. I don't know. But yeah, it's tough to watch. But until you get a shot clock, you're going to see it every year. And you're not going to see it all the time, but you'll see some story somewhere in the country that the team came and they stalled because they didn't have the horsepower to keep up with it, and the other coach was too stubborn to get out of the zone and just say, heck with it. But
yeah, so that I think I probably had some of that wrong, but you get the general gist of what I was
maybe
trying to
we
say
should
there.
do high school basketball, what you do with elementary tournaments, no zones.
Yeah, unless you're from
Crystal Falls or Hancock.
Yeah, Hancock. They did that for years.
They wouldn't come one year. They didn't come to our tournament that we were running because we told them we couldn't play zone.
Yeah, let's get into your spot and put your hands up.
Yep.
That's teaching defense.
You know the other thing we're gonna do, and I think we talked about this when you and I go back and we start running elementary tournaments again.
Oh God.
We're gonna start giving points for jump balls. How much time did you spend at the Mike Stieber elementary tournament yesterday?
I've done my time there.
Did Mike Stieber spend any time at the Mike Stieber elementary tournament?
Unless it was in Panama City, Florida, I doubt it. Or wherever he is on his tour right now. But I hope that went well. It's a lot of work.
Yeah,
I was into that for many, many years. So
you're happy when it's done.
You got that right. Hell of a money maker for a day. Calumet's, they're fortunate to be able to do it in a day with the number of gyms they have and whatnot. So a lot of work. So I'm sure the crew, Frank and Charlie and everybody else that's involved with that. It's parents and volunteer time and the lunch. Everything from concessions, officials. So it's a big day, but hope it went well.
I wonder if there's any parents yelling at the refs.
I remember when somebody from Baraga yelled at Rufy George years ago. That didn't go over too well.
Well, Rufy George was making this volunteer parent coach not have the trophy to put on his mantle in his living room.
First of all, how dumb do you have to be to yell at Rufy George about anything?
Anything.
And when he's out there volunteering for a 4th grade girls game and
on a Saturday morning,
he got barked at by some dude. He fired the watch right into the watch. The whistle came right off. That was it. Toss it to the guy. So
do you think that guy kind of pooped his pants a little bit?
Oh my God, can you imagine?
Yeah. Don't irritate Rufy George. Couple other things though. We talked about the Miller Lite saga, which apparently is coming around, right? It's getting better. We had the video that we had all over social media of you opening the Miller Lite and exploding like you described. And we got some people on our YouTube page that were heckling you.
Yeah.
And you took offense to.
This could have been brought up. We could have brought this up, a couple weeks ago. We had Allie Bailey's interview on here, and she, of course, mentioned it. And then you had shown me. I didn't even know we had this. I didn't even know there's anybody that could post about this stuff. But that pissed me off. These people. I mean, first of all, do they think I'm that big of an idiot? I mean, is that? I mean, I can't believe. So the one. I think she said, open it slower.
Open it, yeah.
And I think she called me an idiot.
Why didn't you try that?
Yeah. So that one, I can't even comment on that, how dumb she is for saying that. Open it slower.
You did 16,444 cans in your case study to get to that point.
Yeah, all those 15 packs, open it slower. Thank you, ma'am. I wish I would have thought of that one. And what was the other one? The dude said something to.
Well, drink glass.
It was really snarky attitude from him. So those people,
Where are you at in life where you're heckling you and I on YouTube?
But this one guy, this comment here, he says, I'm assuming they were in a warehouse for months, maybe even a year. Once they are set in the truck too long, they ferment, possibly from the heat. They are not shipped cold, and the pressure inside causes this effect. Some will even lack taste or become sour. Now that wasn't the case for mine, thank goodness. But that was actually, seems to make some type of chemical sense here as to why that happened. So I appreciate that guy, ghost named Jelly. I'm sure he's out there listening somewhere. But those other two people, man, I don't even know what to say. Or three people, whoever made those dumb comments to me. But yeah,
Just open it slower.
open it slower, my ass.
Oh, what a time to be alive. Tarek Skubal,
Oh,
this is not going to end well.
well, I'll tell you what it does do. It sure puts some excitement into this one season for the Detroit Tigers. So I'll go through it quick. About a week ago, we get the news that the one pitcher, the best pitcher on the free agent market that's still out there, I think he's probably arguably with Skubal one of the top lefties in baseball. He's been consistent for a number of years. Framber Valdez from Houston. He's been great for them. The Tigers signed him to a multi-year contract, paying big bucks, and I was shocked. So the first thing I thought was, well, what in the hell does this mean for Skubal? So I didn't realize that Skubal, this was an arbitration year for him. I thought he was just going into last year's contract.
I thought the same thing.
And so then all of a sudden we turn to the arbitration hearing, which is a screwy deal. You know, it just is. It's the players got to come in and basically listen to the owners and management of the team, explain to a panel that they're not as good as they think they are. They're not worth the money that they want, and here's why. Which is a very awkward thing to have to do, you know. And so Skubal is in the meeting with them, and they are, when it comes down to it, I think they were $13 or $16 million apart in what Skubal wanted and what the Tigers wanted during that hearing. So there's the two offers, and they go to the arbitrators that decide this, and they decided in favor of Skubal, who apparently I heard brought his Cy Young awards. Like,
oh, did he?
Enough said. His back-to-back Cy Young trophies. So he wins, and he's going to make $34 million. Is that what it is?
I think it is 33 point something.
Okay,
million.
so that's so he's signed in for 1 year, wins his deal. Detroit's going to pay him 1 year, big time money. And now the Tigers have a rotation going into next year with Skubal, Valdez, Flaherty, Casey Mize, and Olsen. Not bad.
We're just one away from being able to bring in another pitcher instead of going to our bullpen, but that's another argument for.
We'll get into that another time, but yeah. So it's I mean, you got two big time studs there at the top of that rotation. So
It's
good for Skubal. I was happy for him.
Yeah, but again, it's his last year of the contract. So what's going to happen?
He's gone.
Yeah, there's no chance he's going to. I mean, he's going to be pitching for the Dodgers or the Mets at some point here.
Well, and I think Valdez's contract a 4 or 5 year deal, so at least you got him now signed in. But good for the Tigers, I guess. You know,
for a year,
for this year,
for 1 year.
Boy, I can sense you're not real happy with this.
Well, he's the best pitcher in the game. There's no argument about that. First of all, we yanked him at a time in the playoff game where we should have let him go one more inning, but that's another argument. But like, you got to keep him. You got to keep him till he gets hurt or is ineffective. I mean, you know what it's like with your windows, right? You have a pitching staff that you got to make some hay while the sun shines, and they're going to irritate him, and he's going to end up pitching for the Dodgers, and we're going to be bitching about them buying another World Series championship.
And the big thing too with that, the Tigers in the contract offer with Skubal was the years. You know, he wanted, or his agent wanted like up to 10 years on that contract.
So you can't do that with. So I'm not on his side there.
Yeah, and you know that's what they're going to fight for. They want that money pushed as long as you can. Where the Tigers, I think, were willing to go like 7 years or whatever with it. So that was part of the issue. But
I'd go 5 with them.
Something's going to happen. The Dodgers probably. I'm sure they got some money.
Yeah.
They might as well sign them. speaking of Detroit pitchers, did you see one of the legends of the '68, the famous 1968 World Champion Tigers?
Yep.
Passed away.
R.I.P.
Yep. Mickey Lolich, and you know, Tiger fans like my dad, my Uncle Jim, these guys that have been Tiger lifers. They remember the '68 series. My dad talks about it a lot, and that was one of those. Detroit, St. Louis was up, I think, 3-1, or no, they were up 2-0, and had Game 3. They had it, and ended up losing that Game 3. Detroit comes back and wins that World Series. But the thing for Lolich was he pitched against Bob Gibson in Game 7, beat Bob Gibson, and he had won 3 games in the series, and all 3 of those games were complete games.
There was no pitch counts back then? They actually played to win?
There you go. That was the year Denny McLain, their other star, I think he won 31 games during the regular season, but Lolich won the 3, and all 3 complete games in the '68 series.
And they still played 9 innings, right? They didn't just play 6 innings?
Well, you just can't let it
I can't. It killed. I'm still going back to Skubal when in that playoff game where he strikes out whatever inning, was it the 6th or 7th or whatever inning, and he's just jacked up and pitch count, we got to get him out. And now we're going to lose him after a year getting whatever. How about your boy Fears from Michigan State? I watched a little bit of the game last night, not a whole lot. I see they beat Illinois.
That was a hell of a game.
Much like the Super Bowl, a little slugfest.
We watched it all. Illinois is good. I mean, that's like Team Europe that Underwood's got there. These guys, that was a really good game. State trailed most of the way in that, but it was always that maybe a 4 or 5 point at the most. It was just a couple possession game. Fears comes through with 20 and 15 last night. One hell of a night.
Did he have a little kick in her step?
I was texting with Stebbs, and I would like to. He'd be the one to know or to ask on this. I don't remember any of this ever. Last year, the first part of the season, I don't remember any talk of Fears having any
fetishes,
dirtiness to his game, other than the Michigan game. Now it starts, right?
Yeah.
And then they show, of course, all over on Twitter and whatever else. You're seeing all this stuff that he did during that game, and it was over the top. It was a cheap ass shit.
Yep.
I thought it was, and he followed it up with a game against Minnesota, where he did some of the same.
It cost him.
And it cost them. They lost at Minnesota. Izzo, came on and acknowledged that there were some issues there and threatened benching him. Whatever. I don't know. Well, he didn't. They played Illinois last night. And he started, and then there was another incident last night where they had they had to review. It was a shot. Illinois shooting a 3, and he was on a closeout. I think they were checking to see if what he did, was cross the line there a little bit. So
did it?
I don't think they called him on it, but it was questionable. In fact, I was texting with Stebbs at the time, and he responded, like, as we're watching the game, he's like, "Oh my God, he just did it again." And sure enough, they go to the review. So
how did Izzo handle it?
He didn't say much to him. I mean, this was, Izzo just kind of stood there with his arms crossed, shaking his head, waiting. And the review came back and showed that it was not warranted of a flagrant or anything. So, but a player like him, as good as he's been recently with running that show for State, that's got to get cleaned up.
I was thinking about this last night too. So if you're wherever State plays next on the road, and you're in the student section, are you guys wearing nut cups?
Oh, yeah. Well, think of when he goes to Ann Arbor.
You're gonna have everyone wearing jock straps with nut cups on. I mean,
I didn't even think about that. That's gonna be ugly for every one of those. But
yeah.
Ann Arbor, especially, whenever that game is, that'll be worth watching. Yeah, that could be interesting. I mean, it's like all of a sudden he just morphed into Grayson Allen and Draymond Green. How the hell that happened? Because like I said, I don't remember 8 games ago this ever being an issue with him. So how it just starts, who knows? But it better stop. I'm sure that'll
Yeah.
that'll teach him.
You just whapped his pee-pee. The last thing I got down for our random thoughts here today, Oj. How about Brother Rich's roof?
Yeah, can we post that?
We can.
I think.
Do you know how to do that?
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
That's why I sent it to you. I think the people will enjoy seeing that picture.
Well, I think everybody gets the point that you shovel a roof. I mean, it's deep. It's deep.
It's better to shovel off than out.
How deep was the snow on Brother Rich's roof?
This is his garage roof now. Now, the guy is mid-70s, which he could have, I should have thought of it and volunteered, said, when are you going to go up and do your roof? You know, but...
Is this on the camp?
No, at his house.
This is the house.
His garage roof.
Oh,
No, that's his garage
I
roof.
thought this was Camp Nord.
No. This is his garage roof, and he, like only Richard can, he sent a very unique way to show everybody the amount of snow that is on that
Or
roof.
how long it took him.
Yeah, that's even better. So the thing about this is, he's got a little competition with a few of our listeners now that he, just by this picture and the dimensions of the roof, he wants to see who can come the closest to guessing the actual weight of snow that was on top of that. So what I need to do is send that picture also and the dimensions of the roof to Crozy, because he's the only one I know of that would be even remotely close to being able to figure this out.
Well, we could do ChatGPT now.
But what does that mean? Don't ever say that to me again. So that picture needs to be posted somehow on our site. And I think the people will enjoy the heck out of that.
So how deep was the snow?
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cases of Natty Light stacked on top of each other.
yeah. Look at the top. They're 15 packs, I think. Not that matters, but look at the top
1,
of
2,
the.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And then
That's
and a couple of can on top. So
That's how deep. When people ask you how deep was the snow, seven cases of Natty Light
yeah.
deep.
Oh,
So-
you guys live in such a beautiful area. Oh, it's so great up there, Lake Superior, the Keweenaw. It's just lovely. Well, look at that frickin' picture. Lovely.
So, again, just for clarification, is he just putting the cases there to indicate how high the snow was, or is that how many cases he drank shoveling the snow?
I'm gonna go with probably both. I'm guessing most of those were empty. Maybe I'm guessing the top 2 cans were probably used to hydrate while he was up there. And he did it with, because I told him, I said, if you look at the picture close, you can see a shovel on the side. So I said, you must have been chopping it into squares and then scooping. He said, no scoop, just a shovel.
Why?
I don't know.
Because
The man works in mysterious ways.
Because he had 7 cases of Natty Light to kill while he's up there.
So it's quite the picture, no doubt.
All right. Moving on, Oj. High school updates. I was going to mention the old Trenton Showcase, the hockey tournament downstate. Good showing from the teams up here.
No doubt.
Cal went 1-1, but their loss was to Detroit Catholic Central, who's tops.
And Cal, they're hopefully, and I don't know the situation yet, but hopefully they can get Nate Londo back for the tournament.
We ran into Grandpa Gino the other night on our cruise.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was there any? Did he say anything as far as that goes? There's still a hope.
Yep. I think what we've concluded is we're going to tape it up. At least he and I decided that. We're going to tape it up.
Yeah, so he's got a broken bone in the hand, so he's been out. And then Oscar Locus is out too,
Yeah.
which is another one. He's not coming back. He broke his leg or foot or something.
I heard my cousin's son he must be bracing up his knee and playing.
Yeah, you had mentioned that. I think so.
So Cal's a little bit beat up, but they had a good showing down there. The Trent Showcase. I think Houghton and Hancock both won their games down there against good competition. Basketball wise, another 1,000-point scorer coming out of Lake Linden the other night.
Yeah. The Dollar Bay kid too.
Yep, Josh Davitello went over 1,000 in Lake Linden as a
Linden.
junior.
As a junior, that's
And then-
impressive as hell.
And the Turtelot kid set the scoring record in Dollar Bay, I believe.
Which, he broke what's his face from a few years ago,
Devin,
Devin Schmitz, yeah. So that's pretty cool.
they almost beat North Central one time.
And 1,000-point score at ETC in the girls,
No.
the younger Besson.
No.
That 8th grade year kills you.
I'm not. She's gonna get there, but I don't count the 8th grade years. But
Neither does the state.
yeah.
Hey, look at this. We have an update.
Oh boy.
Parlay Pete.
Break. Who we're gonna get to in a minute.
Yeah, Parlay Pete has texted me. Game he likes under Darnold under 30.5 attempts. Then he has some name that's spelled wrong with a question mark. Over 10.5 receiving yards. HOLANI. Who the hell is that? Let's just skip this one. He likes Walker under 71.5 rushing yards.
That's
do I.
good. Hey, that makes you feel better.
If I lose big today, I'm going down to $5 bets in fantasy. Screw it. And still hung over from last Saturday.
Well, that's where we got to go next. We were going to give the Mark Leaf tip of the cap to Parlay Pete. We happened to run into him last Saturday, and it was his. He was celebrating his
76th, yeah.
76th birthday.
He was doing well, as was everybody else in that bar.
Oh,
The sledders, eh?
Yeah.
Holy man.
I'm saying between 50 and 70 sleds outside that establishment.
And then you are not lying. It was something else. And one thing about them, though, they come in herds and they leave in herds. You know, because next thing you know, there was just 5-6 of us at the bar. So yeah, happy birthday to Pete. Hopefully he wins today. I'm pulling for him as always.
Yeah. All right.
Ad time.
It is. Got to pay the bills, Oj.
Oh
Got to
God.
keep this talk show afloat.
Design Do Construct is a full-service commercial design and construction company located in Jackson, Wisconsin, dedicated to creating personalized building solutions to meet our clients' goals. Our lasting relationships with the past customers truly help set us apart from any other design build company.
Quick little Northern Arizona update. As of today, our Lumberjacks are 9-16 on the year. And we talked a little bit about the early struggles with that preseason schedule, and now they're neck deep in the Big Sky Conference. This week they split. They won. They beat Idaho State, I believe, on Thursday, and then they dropped yesterday to a good Weber State team. So they're still trying to claw their way into the contention down there. Next week they're on the road to play Portland State and Sacramento State. I think Portland State is in first place in that league.
Okay.
Which is, since we've been doing this, being the official podcast of the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks, it's been different teams every year at the top.
Yeah, that's which is the way it should be. It's for the conference and for these teams competing and having a shot like that, and different success for different teams each year is good.
Okay, so that's what we got for Northern Arizona this week, and we're going to hit the mailbag, Oj. We got some questions. We're going to start with Lewis from Chandler. Hey, Crouchy and Oj, time for Burkhardt and Company to get hot because we are near the end of the NFL season. Ain't long. Today's the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Or is there a Pro Bowl?
Oh my God! I didn't see that on your. Hey, Shedeur made the Pro. Why don't we? That's a whole other deal there to talk about. Can they just get rid of that? I mean, it's time.
Let some guys play each other in Tecmo Bowl or something.
At least it was buried on Wednesday or something. During the week. I couldn't. That's got to be canceled.
Hey, Oj, you want to go to the Pro Bowl?
Oh Christ!
No.
Sanders.
Going into next season, you each get 2 QBs to lead your franchise next year. Who are you choosing? Also to Travis Shedeur Sanders as a Pro Bowl QB.
Oh, I don't need 2. I want 1 quarterback. I'm going to trade 1 for an edge rusher.
Okay.
Can I do that?
No. It's not what the question says. You need 2.
Josh Allen, for sure. I'll probably take Mahomes. He's getting up there. I mean, he's arguably the greatest to ever do it. I mean, skill set wise, probably better than Brady.
Overall, skill set, yeah.
For sure. Brady's the greatest winner of all time. Mahomes got to be right there. Much as people get sick of the Chiefs and him. Those are 2 I take.
Okay. I think I go with. I like Josh Allen. I like the way he plays with a little reckless abandon. I'm gonna try to. I'm thinking of going with a younger one. I think I'm gonna probably take Drake May,
Really?
which is really the kiss of death going into the Super Bowl. But
You just.
I want to go with Stafford, but I do like Matthew Stafford, who won the MVP.
He's 38. He did win the MVP.
Yeah.
That was a close vote there. Did you see Justin Herbert got a vote?
Yeah.
In the, how is
Same
that?
same guy who didn't vote for Belichick in the Hall of Fame.
Jesus.
All right. Thanks, Lewis. All right. Howdy, boys.
Howdy,
Paul. Who's your number one draft pick from this group? Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, The Sopranos, Band of Brothers, The Simpsons, Lonesome Dove, The Young and the Restless.
Now you see. Now these are questions. This guy gets it. One of the great questions in recent memory for sure. Holy.
It is.
Um,
Well, you know where I'm going.
you going with Y&R?
Well, I haven't missed an episode since about 1987.
Ah, that's true. Tell me you don't have problems. I mean, that's.
You want me to tell you the problems we have in our house, and I'm gonna blame my wife for it.
Okay.
So we tape Young and the Restless every day on the DVR.
Victor's still going?
Oh yeah, there's a lot going on in Genoa City. The AI program that is stealing his company, that he's trying to get back. He actually kidnapped somebody to get his company back. You have to tune this in. But we watch it, and then sometimes my wife will even go on YouTube and we'll watch the next day's episode before.
Really?
Yeah, that's where we're at in life.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
You are nothing but a punk.
Right, deal.
Other than that, I would probably go with Breaking Bad. You know, just slightly overthrown, but yeah, anyone who knows me, Young and the Restless gets my vote.
Number one pick. Game of Thrones is the most. For me, it's the best, most intense, addicting show I've ever watched. More than Breaking Bad.
Because you never watched 24 yet.
No, I haven't. Well, what is that on even? I think I looked at that and they're really trying to nail you.
Oh yeah,
On these damn subscriptions. I'm watching Homeland.
that's
Oh,
the-
look at this.
It better not be Matt. Oh my God.
So I would go Game of Thrones, but for me, second on that is Lonesome Dove. I mean, that's for those of you that have not. If you like westerns, you know, Western movies, Western shows, and you have not watched Lonesome Dove, then you haven't watched a Western. That's all I'm saying. The greatest characters, greatest story ever, by far. Nothing even comes close. Samuel Jackson, Tommy Lee Jones, and Robert Duvall. All right, Captain Woodrow F. Call, Captain Augustus McCrae.
Which is your TikTok name? Let me tell you something, Oj. Never seen it.
Do you like westerns?
Like,
are you a guy that?
yeah. What was the show with? I can't. Justified.
That's not a western.
Well, he had a cowboy hat on.
Jesus Christ, that's a. I'm talking.
Raylan, he had a cowboy hat on. It's got to be
A
West.
western's got to be within 10 years either way of the Civil War. Raylan. That was a decent show, but great question, Paul. Thank you for that. He gets us, you know.
Yeah.
What's next?
Jesse from
I'll
Appleton.
just have you read all these today.
Well, yeah, because you're dealing with somebody that's going to get their pee-pee whacked. Jesse from Appleton, who may or may not be a huge Shane Burkhardt fan, I'm hearing. Your favorite broadcaster that was a former athlete?
Another decent question.
Are you going with OJ?
No, I'm not.
Aikman?
He's there probably because, well, I think he does a hell of a job. I mean, Buck and Aikman are the two, right? They're the guys right now. I think Troy Aikman does one hell of a job, and he's my favorite Cowboy quarterback of all time. So but prior to that, like when we're growing up and watching football, we had CBS and NBC. You know, AFC on one, NFC on the other. Summerall and Madden were the CBS guys, and then the Fox guys. On the other side of it, doing those AFC games. Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen, and they were awesome.
Yeah.
A little overshadowed by Madden Summerall, but Merlin Olsen, and he was one hell of a. I mean, he was a little before our time. He was with those Ram teams.
Yeah.
The really ferocious defensive end, defensive tackle, whatever, pass rush guy. But he's a Pro Hall of Famer, I think.
Yeah.
So
He was good.
him and Deacon Jones.
I'd like to watch those battles.
So yeah, that's my pick there.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you on that. And I said I think in present day, I think I'd go with Aikman.
What about in hoops? Bill Walton, remember those?
Oh my
He
god.
was. I mean,
no.
well, he had to have been.
High.
Yeah, I think he was, or just doing a really good job of acting like it. But he was pretty funny.
All right. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. My question for the podcast: what is the Mount Rushmore of the greatest Super Bowl moments? Garrett from Fairfield. That's a good question.
It is
And
another great question.
I did a little digging into this, and the ones that I came up with right off the bat, okay, the helmet catch
Yep.
when the Giants upset New England, that right there is, at that point, that's like the first time I remember like a great moment, like, yeah, this is going to be a forever moment.
17-14, Giants upset the Pats in that game. And that was David Tyree.
Yeah,
Eli Manning.
it should have been sacked.
Should have been sacked. Somehow he got out of that and fired that ball downfield. That was one I thought of also right away.
You know, because that was a game. Another one, and I don't know if you're going to agree with me on this one, but and this one hurt. When Denver beat the Packers in the Super Bowl, and Elway dove and got helicoptered.
Good one.
And just, obviously he was going to do anything it took to win that game.
Legacy game for Elway.
Yeah,
Right?
and I think that was that moment right there. The interception on the goal line. Was it the Patriots? It was against the Rams or the Seahawks?
It was
Yeah.
this game.
And instead of running the ball, they threw it. And
Yeah, you had Marshawn Lynch back there to get a yard, and Pete Carroll or whoever called the little quick slant.
Yeah.
Malcolm Butler.
Malcolm Butler, yeah, and again, unfortunately, it came at the expense. It's a bad moment for them, but what a great play. And then I'm kind of up in the air on the fourth. I don't really have a fourth because there's, I go back and I think about, when the Packers beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl in '97. Brett Favre hucking one just down the middle, and they're good scoring. Desmond running back,
Yep.
kicks.
For Packers, that's
Like
I thought
those are
that
types of moments that I would put in there, but
Desmond was the MVP, I believe, right?
yeah. Favre running down, holding his helmet in the air.
Yeah. So there's a few others I put down. One right off the bat was probably my first memory of watching the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Yeah, it was against the Steelers, Bradshaw, Roger Staubach battles.
I thought you were going to go with Leon Lett.
No. This like 79, something like that. So I'm pretty young, but that was, to me, that's when I started ordering Cowboy jerseys for Christmas.
You had your helmet with the
There you go,
Husky
yeah.
Junior helmet on.
But that was the infamous swan dive that they would call it.
That's another good one.
Lynn Swan climbing that ladder up in the air, making that.
Yeah.
I think it was Charlie Waters was the. I think he was the safety back there with that. Oh God, he did it, didn't he?
Yeah. We don't have to acknowledge it, but
So I got that one written down. Here's a couple others. You remember Marcus Allen going 74 yards against the Redskins?
I do. I was young. That was
young
was
too.
that 83, 82, 83?
Somewhere in there.
Early 80s. I remember as a little kid, that was a good moment.
And then, when they didn't give it to Walter Payton in '85, they let the fridge go barreling over from a yard out.
Yeah, that's garbage.
That's
That's one of my least favorite Super Bowl moments right
How
there.
about the start of the epic 4 consecutive losses for
Well, that's
Buffalo, the Scott Norwood wide right?
That's another one there too. I mean, how different are things if he makes that kick?
Yeah, exactly.
Here's another one. How about Thurman Thomas missing the first play of the game?
I forgot about that.
Because he didn't have his helmet?
I forgot about that. Yeah, that's good. Kevin Dyson, Titans.
The
Stretch, yard short.
Against that was
That
the
was
Rams.
the greatest show on turf, right?
Yep.
That was epic. And then,
I watched that on a little tiny TV at a gymnastics meet.
The other one, I don't know if it's a moment, but I guess it's the 25 unanswered points by the Pats to come back and beat Atlanta. You know, that was
Biggest.
The Falcon fans will never forget that. I think though, number one, and you didn't come up with it, I did, and I'm patting myself in the back because I don't think there's anything that'll top that. You ready?
I'm
Janet Jackson's
my
malfunction,
God.
wardrobe malfunction.
I gotta be honest. I don't really watch the halftime show, and apparently
Oh,
you
everybody's
got-
up in arms over
you
this
got
one.
Bugs Bunny doing it this
I-
year or
yeah,
something. I don't even know who this is.
I never heard, but of course it's going to be political, right? All the MAGAs are pissed off that Bad Bunny is playing this.
It's Bad Bunny,
Bad
not Bugs
Bunny.
Bunny.
He's Puerto Rican, I
We
guess.
should have
I
had a
don't know if
Wascally Wabbit out there.
yeah. So then they got their own show. I mean, it's beyond belief. I don't ever watch those.
I don't
couldn't care
either.
less. But I did watch the Janet Jackson wardrobe malfunction.
Probably watched it on repeat on Instagram or Twittergram or.
So I don't think you can argue that is the highlight with
Yeah.
Timberlake sitting right next to her.
I don't think I'll
Standing
be.
next to her.
I will not be watching Bugs Bunny at halftime.
All right,
Or
so-
whoever else.
We got.
We got one more before we are not sliding him up the list.
Oh, we do have another one.
We have one more. That was Garrett from Fairden. This is actually a decent question, although it's a little bit hurts my feelings. Caskin, Flag, and Dwayne. In the past episodes, you've talked about your Mount Rushmores for different cities. In your humble opinions, which city has the greatest Mount Rushmore? Oj, any special plans to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the last time the Cowboys won the Super Bowl? Crouchy, short enough questions. I'm looking forward to celebrating the 7th Super Bowl championship for the New England Patriots. Is he going to actually go to the Caskin Flag? What do you think the Caskin Flagon has going? Not Dwayne, but like the actual Caskin Flagon bar. You got to have something going, right?
I would think so.
$50, all you can eat and drink.
I would think it's got to be hopping as any other bar in that greater New England area would be today. A good shot at me too with the Cowboys. I really appreciate that.
It actually kind of makes me. It hurts my feelings there too because that was 30 years ago. We're that old, hey.
It's been a haul.
I mean, you might have to pull out the old VHS tapes to watch the highlights.
This is a pretty good question too, really, when you think about it.
I know.
Yeah, initially I was like, all right, it's gonna be this, but certain cities can make arguments.
Well, the big cities are going to win out on this because they just have more.
Yeah, and
Right.
we're talking players, we're not talking teams, right?
We're talking players, and again, it's across all sports.
Right.
I
So-
mean, right off the bat, it's Los Angeles or New York.
I think, to me, I don't know how you beat New York with that. The Boston people will probably be pissed, but I don't know if you could beat Babe Ruth, Joe DiMaggio, Lou Gehrig, and Lawrence Taylor. That foursome.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to go to LA and you're going to be, I mean, insert whatever Dodgers you want, whatever Lakers you want.
Right.
I mean, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, you know,
Jerry, the logo.
the logo, Sandy Koufax, your boy.
Oh, yeah.
Your boy.
I guess you argued it pretty well.
I mean, I think just because of the
What
size.
about Chicago? Well, Chicago's would be
Walter Payton,
Jordan, Payton,
the
Gail-
hockey,
Gail Sayers.
Bobby Hull,
Bobby Hull, or Ernie Banks.
Ernie Banks, yeah.
So they got. So that's a good question. The Boston though would probably be. I mean, you got more of a teams and franchises there.
Well, but you get Bird,
Bird, Brady,
Yastrzemski,
Bobby Orr,
yeah,
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams.
So, good question. I'd still take New York, but I appreciate all these questions.
Those are actually today. This could be a Mount Rushmore of questions.
Until we get this one.
Yeah. So actually, I had some people ask me the other day about us being annoyed, or with Jesse calling out Matt from wherever he is, and how annoyed.
People were worried.
Yeah, they're like, was Jesse really mad at him?
Oh.
I said, yeah, he's out for blood. He's gonna be seething. He's gonna be seeing red at this point because literally just now, my talk show co-host got a text.
The one thing you didn't want is these late.
Yeah.
You can't get later. I mean, this is during. We get it. I mean, their little feud is not to the extent of Ed from Waukesha and Cask and Flag.
Hey, where's Ed from Waukesha been, by the way?
Who knows?
He just quit on us?
We,
Does he even listen?
I have no idea. I have no idea. He sent some disgusting text about 2 weeks ago, and that's the last I've heard from him. My apologies for Jesse from Appleton's angry outburst with my questions, and that includes my current location on where I'm asking the question from. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Jesse the one who roots for multiple teams? That's a hell of a point. From different cities, which he does.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be a whole episode too. In the same sport, and that's baseball. He likes the San Francisco Giants and the Cubs.
Yeah.
I mean, that's this.
I think he just tried to stay in Homer's good grace, but
And the same league, National League. So that's a good point. Should that be allowed? And is that worse than hedging bets? Matt from Minneapolis.
I got no problem with hedging bets. I mean, one of the right off the bat with that, when we go back to Parlay Pete, remember, I think you were still at the Mohawk House.
This is one of the great stories
And
ever.
he
by
was
the way.
in some pool that I think he was going to win a couple $1,000.
Yes, he was going to win. I think it might have been up to $4,000.
And it was the Final Four.
Kentucky.
And if Kentucky won, he was going to win. It was at least $4,000, right?
Yeah, he did an online. Like DraftKings must have had the.
There was no DraftKings back then.
Or
Yeah.
he was gambling illegally.
He was.
So but it was filling out a bracket, right? You went all the
Yeah.
way through, and somehow there he was at the end of it. Kentucky wins that national title game. Pete's gonna win big time cash.
And I suggested to him, I said, I don't remember who Kentucky was playing, but I said, why don't you put $1,000 on Pelkey Tech? And that way you at least you're gonna win something.
Yeah. But did Pete listen to you?
He did not, and I believe Kentucky got upset.
And I think not only did he not listen to you, he went the other way and put more on Kentucky. And Kentucky lost, and the moral of the story is do not ever follow Parlay Pete.
Or hedge your bets.
The whole thing with Jesse from Appleton liking two teams is absolutely ludicrous. It makes.
Can you like an American League team and a National League team?
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't see. I like the Tigers. I want them to win.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I know a lot of Tiger fans. People up here love the Tigers, so I can pull for the Tigers to win. It doesn't mean I wear Tiger T-shirts.
You're not burning
and
hats when they pull Scooble when he should have won one more inning.
But I have one favorite team, and that's the Milwaukee Brewers. Now, this guy, that ain't the case. He loves them both.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's 2026.
Is he even a real fan?
No.
Is he a real person?
He's a fake fan. He just likes.
No credibility to me in that. So, getting a little worked up there. But appreciate it, Matt. And this should add a little bit of gas to the fire of that relationship, which we're all in favor of.
Bring it on, boys.
Yep.
Located 8 miles south of Lake Linden on the Bojack Road, the Dreamland Restaurant is your choice for great dining. Family owned and operated for over 100 years. Whether you're in the mood for Mexican Monday specials, burgers, pizza, or Friday fish fry, Dreamland is your next stop.
Look at this.
This notebook isn't doing well for you, hey?
No, Aspirus Health. They're not very good at making
Well, you
notebooks.
got that, instead of having like a binding, you got like that fake glue that, which is nice if you're ripping pages out all the time, but it's not good if you want to keep your memoirs in place.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but we'll deal with it. So, I mentioned last week that we were going to move on. Last week was kind of that little gimmick song we played, right?
Yeah.
So that wasn't a real LTLer. But I did mention a couple people, and we're going to get into one of them right now. So when I first played Colter Wall a while back, I mentioned how his voice makes it seem like he came from another place and time. But if you want to talk time travel, this chick may have come from a place farther back than Colter Wall. Sierra Farrell, West Virginia born musician, who is not really pigeonholed into one single category of music. She's got folk, country, bluegrass, jazz. She's got all that. To me, her wardrobe and her outfits that she puts on and her live performances somehow fit her just perfectly. Certain singers have that voice and that sound that make you pay attention the second you hear them. and that is the Sierra Farrell girl. Her story is amazing. Like, she was from, like I said, West Virginia, lived in a trailer most of her life, took off in her early 20s, and get this, Croce. She, a nomadic lifestyle, right? She did hitchhiking and rode freight trains.
How great would it have been to be in that era?
You talk about that era, though. I mean, she was doing it. This girl's 38 years old. She was doing it in her 20s. So she
How'd you like to hop a train?
Yeah, I know.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
I mean, people back in the day, right? You'd hear this,
Yeah.
right? But she was doing it in 2000, whatever. So a little different. But well, she was playing her music on street corners, wherever she could, between New Orleans and Seattle, just trying to make some money. But in 2018, she did her first self-released album. Did another one in 19, but in 2021, an album called Long Time Coming came out, and then she just took off. She multiple Grammy Awards for her 2024 album, Trail of Flowers, and my favorite song off that is I Can Drive You Crazy. This girl is different, and she's quickly rising on my list, so enjoy Sierra Farrell.
Okay, Oj, Super Bowl Sunday, episode 125 in the books. Big day ahead of you, I know that. Mine still to be determined, but we'll be back in a couple weeks, probably with another interview, recap Super Bowl and whatever else is going on. We got to get Ed from Waukesha back on. I forgot about him. Where's he? I mean, I'm a little concerned about him. Does he not love us anymore?
Maybe he should get in and kind of moderate this little feud we have going between Jesse from Appleton and Matt from Minneapolis.
He would be the perfect person for this.
The other one to get back on is, I don't know where B-Dubs, well, yeah, you pissed her off that time.
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. I misinterpreted.
Yeah, I
misread the coverage.
All right, but let's enjoy the game today. We'll see what happens. I'm going to hopefully try to break even.
All right, see you, Oj.
Talk to you later, Coachy.